Look alive, ladies and gentlemen. We are the Millie Goats. We are having all kinds of technical problems, and I mean I mean me.
Hey, that's 3 shows in a row, and we've all taken our turn at it. It hasn't been one person every time. We've been taking
No.
it each time. The first time it was Novak. I'll call him out on that.
Yep. Get it together, Novak. Get it
But
absolutely together.
he got the Millie Goat bounce this week. Buried in the lead, but
in gambling, is it a trend? I mean, I think after it's 3 times, it's now considered a trend. Correct?
I think that's right.
I think a trend is 3 times or more. It is July 28th, and I am having a rough time not being able to hear myself in my ears. This thing is throwing me for a loop. So as we all know, I have been trying to tackle the technology here for a while, and we keep doing all these streams and stuff, and none of my technology works. And so finally we refurbished an old MacBook that's supposed to be top of the line, and now my screen that I normally have over here that has all my stuff on it isn't working with this computer. And then my headphones weren't working with this computer. And now, as a guy who likes to go down the document, I'm in disarray right now. Complete disarray.
So wait a second. You got a refurbished Mac instead of a new Mac.
Yeah.
And you wonder why you have troubles with it.
Edge is here, ladies and gentlemen, if you could not tell. And if you can't see him, he's, of course, wearing Sam Houston State paw on his hat and his Clemson shirt, making sure he covers all levels of championship football.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. It's an honor to join this blowing up podcast right now with all these famous golfers and Maru and Kilgore, everybody on here. And, I'm just riding the coattails, so I like it.
I will say that you were like, do you have any pro golfers on today? Not that we know of.
Anybody famous today?
You, dude.
Yeah.
He needs to come through on occasion on the golf course.
That's what I'm saying.
He might skip a few holes to have a couple brewskis, but he'll come back. You need a shot out of the blue. He'll send it up there.
Of course, Dylon.
Tennessee Orange.
Of course, Dylon would say that. Dylon's just going to throw hate on everybody else because his Vikings are going to be terrible this year.
Yeah. The J.J. McCarthy highlight film is not very long. It might be shorter than the Aaron Rodgers running onto the field with the American flag.
We got a big board bet on that, on who starts for the Vikings this year.
Oh, do we?
Yeah. I got J.J. McCarthy, and everybody else took Darnold.
Have y'all seen the receiver special on Netflix?
A little bit of it.
Dude, Jefferson just hates at the end of the year when nobody could throw it to him. He was just like getting so bad, it was hilarious, dude. He tried to be politically correct to say, like, we got to be professional, work with different quarterbacks and get on the same page with them. But you could tell inside he was just saying, hate my life.
I don't think I've ever seen somebody not want to be on a team as bad as Devontae Adams and the Raiders.
Bro, that is like openly public trading. Like, get me out of here before I die.
He said this man's going to get me killed.
Yeah.
He can't be
Jimmy G.
Jimmy G, the old Niner.
Hey, I mean, now that we have Brock Purdy, we really see how bad Jimmy G was. That's the truth, though. I'll tell you that.
You see, Hunter Renfrow was under a good bit, too, sitting next to Devontae.
Doing what? Somebody's accounting? Doing their taxes?
No, giving him advice, dude. Saying, hey, you're fucking up. Let me fix this for you.
Oh, was that really? Oh, I was like, there's no way Hunter Renfrow said that. No way. Devontae Adams would be like, who are you?
National champion. That's who he
is. Congrats on your Make-A-Wish, kid.
Dude, was there a worse fall from grace? I would love to see a 30 for 30 on Hunter Renfrow. Like, what happened to him?
Why? He's great. What are you talking about?
Dude,
he was good with the Raiders, and then they
for
just
a year,
throwing him the ball.
He was about to be the next Cooper Kupp, and then all of a sudden, Nothing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nothing.
Or was he the first Cooper Cup?
I'll tell you what. That's embrace debate. Who was Cooper Cup? Cooper Cup or Hunter Renfroe? Or Wayne Corbett?
Make a
Was
poll.
Wayne Corbett
I mean,
the
he's
original?
the OG as far as I'm concerned.
Wayne Corbett, then it was Wes Welker.
John
Wes
Beebe.
Welker, dude. He was a G too.
Yeah. And then Amendola. And then Edelman. Yes, that's the other one. Dude, the Rumble Crew's here, everybody. Bear's here. The local Purple Samurai wishing everybody a good evening. Super James here to gloat about his listener league dominance here recently. Buku with the man cave. I've heard he's got 73 TVs on the wall now. So the
Nice.
Rumble Crew is here. And for those listening to the podcast audibly. There we go. Omaha. We record in front of a live audience. So if people are throwing comments in the chat, then we like to address some of those. So
since Sunday Ticket is streaming now, does he have to get a Sunday Ticket for each TV?
who, Buku?
Yeah.
Bro, I can't wait to see that bill. Cannot wait to see that.
But does he get entered into the payment 73 times?
Dude, he could write that off on his taxes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Start an LLC, Buku, for your garage, and just act like start your sports betting company. Okay, so I've got the multiple screens still going here. It is National Parents Day, July 28th, and speaking of National Parents Day, Josh Allen sounds like his parents are the Bills' defense because he threw 3 consecutive interceptions the other day. Thoughts, J-Bye?
Hey, it's exactly when we want him to throw them during preseason to our team.
I bet they were in the red zone.
We got a lot of different guys on defense this year, so it's good to get those guys' confidence up, intercepting one of the best quarterbacks in the league. So I'd rather Josh throw them now, get those guys' confidence up, and we'll be ready. Because football's back. Football starts this week.
I was getting ready to say that, dude. Football's here. You've got the Bills hat on, edges in his what was it, Sam Houston State and Clemson shirt. So I mean, football. I mean, this week you're gonna cut your TV on Thursday night, and you're gonna be like, "Look at that grass! Look at that grass!
Look at that
with
turf!"
The lines." Oh yeah, it's true. Look at the turf. But yeah, it is going to be absolutely electric. Can't wait. Bears, Texans, correct?
Yeah. Is it the Texans? I don't know. I know the Bears.
So Bear, I got a dad joke for the century right here.
No, sure.
Oh yeah, buddy. This is right up your alley. We do play DraftKings. We're trying to win the Millie. We have not yet during golf season, which means we turn our eyeballs to football season.
What are you doing, dude? Jesus.
What's who doing?
There's all these. Keep going.
What?
Episode 152. Keep going.
Why are you hitting spaces in the dock right now, dude? He's getting wild in the.
Go.
So we play DraftKings, and we have completely lost it in golf. The guys are in shambles. We are awful. We haven't made a cut in forever. The Olympics are on. We're not going to get into that, really, other than we put out a top 10. And I would say that swimming is probably the most electric sport to run. Watch. I'm sorry, not run. But anywho, first thing we want to get into today is going to be. We pulled this up last week, but no, we were having technical difficulties again. So we're going to pull it up again this week because I want everybody's thoughts on this. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. And if you haven't seen this, well, then take a gander because USA Today has no idea what they're doing with this nonsense. J-Vi, initial thoughts, please.
So I did listen to this from the last episode since I wasn't able to join. And I don't know that I disagree with it a ton. Like, it is nonsense. But I told you the Colts would win that division.
This dude, no. I don't know what everybody. I'm about to go I'm lucky I can't hear myself in my ears right now. I'm flying blind basically. Like I'm in a fog storm right now, and I'm
Where's
just
your
thinking,
Where's your argument?
the
What that you would
Colts.
have to? Did Jags beat the Colts in the division?
No, the Texans. Why are the Texans 9-8?
Because what have the Texans proved?
They've
Did they
proven they can win
choke
a
at the end of
playoff.
the year?
Choke at the end of the year. They've proven they can win a playoff game. And you're
Dude,
gonna
you got T-Law and Travis Etienne coming back this year. Come on, man. Don't put the Jags on top of the Colts. Put a
T-Law-
milli on it. Put a unit
The
on it.
Colts should have won that division with their backup quarterback.
No, I
So
don't.
they had
I
a
just,
good enough team. Not saying that their starting quarterback is that much better than the backup they had in, but they had a good enough team. They could just get consistent play. Now they got Flacco too as a backup.
well,
The Colts are also going. I don't know. So this is why, like, I'm never gonna not say that the Bills are gonna win the AFC East. I think they're gonna win it every year. But the Jets are playing a third place schedule this year.
who the
So-
Jets?
Yes, where the Bills are playing a first place schedule.
And that 12-5 is pending Aaron Rodgers doesn't get hurt again, or they
100%.
still tank. And I mean, that's just hype on Jordan Love over there for the Packers to win the NFC. That's not a chance either. I don't think.
They got to win in the Super Bowl. So the circled ones are their predicted Super Bowl matchup.
Yeah, that part I disagree with.
Yeah,
Well,
totally.
The AFC, they have the Ravens and the Texans missing. I don't see that happening. I just think the Texans are going to win that division.
Texans have to play a first place schedule. Are they ready to play that?
I think so.
Wow.
They added Mixon. They added Daniil Hunter. They added another defensive line piece. I have a whole slide on it. We'll get to that in a few minutes. But I have a hard time believing that the Texans and the Ravens are going to finish third. I think people are putting way too much stock into Anthony Richardson. So
I don't know about 11-6. I think they'll win the division though.
The NFC kind of makes sense. The Cowboys are going to miss. They stink. They're terrible. So,
yes.
But I just wanted to throw that on there to get the juices going. And they got the Bills finishing second.
Hey, they got the Bills in the playoffs, and we know the real season doesn't start till the playoffs.
You know the real season doesn't start till after the bye because that's when the Bills decide they want to play football.
That's right.
Hey, Bear, that was good, dude. I'm on a golf diet, tall grass and water. Yins? Yes, I'm still going to be playing golf, dude. PGA DFS still on, dude. We have just hit a rough patch here the last few weeks, and it has been bad as far as the guys go. The golf guys have been not even serviceable.
I'm out on golf. I'm with Tex. I'm out on golf. I'll play in the contest, but I'm out on golf. Football start.
Oh, you're out putting your balls on the line there.
Yeah. I'm not going 20 max anymore for golf.
Oh no, it's done?
For golf, yeah.
Okay. All right. But you're gonna do football.
Look at Buku over there dropping money on college football instead of pros.
Dude, I'm telling you.
That's my dude right there.
Buku's he's out there in Tennessee. I don't know.
Oh my God.
He'll have to tell us. I can't remember what college football team. I mean, he might be Tennessee. I'm not sure. Puts his yeah.
Bet he didn't go there.
Dang.
Wow, dude. You didn't go to Clemson?
Oh.
Or Georgia?
Hey, my wife went to Georgia. I grew up in Clemson.
I'm the only one here that's a fan of their football team and went to the school.
I'm a fan of App.
Oh yeah, second.
Third.
And then all right, let me see if I can do this real quick. Here's the next one.
Can't even read that.
I know, dude, it's crazy. It's the highest win percentage since 2019 in all professional leagues from extra stat. Dude, yeah. I was sitting there looking at, of course, the Chiefs are number one. Why wouldn't they be, right? Obviously. Yeah.
Panthers dead last.
That was another one. The Panthers, the Jets, the Jags. Your boy, dead last, dude. Absolutely.
Wow. Sabres are pretty far down there, too.
Sabres are down there.
It is funny, though, because NFL leads this and NFL has the least, too.
Yeah. I just want to get your thoughts as a Bills. So for people who are listening, the top, so 2019 All Professional League's highest win percentage, I guess the last 5 years, it goes Chiefs, Bills, Milwaukee Bucks, Green Bay Packers, Baltimore Ravens, LA Dodgers, Boston Bruins, 49ers, 76ers, Nuggets, Tampa Bay Lightning, Boston Celtics, Hurricanes, Avalanche. That's like the top 10. So, as a Bills fan, to have that much regular season success and nothing to show for it, I mean, what are your thoughts, dude?
That would be 14, by the way, not 10.
Okay.
My
you know I'm
thoughts
not a
are the
math guy.
fact that the Bills didn't make the playoffs for 20 years. I'm enjoying these wins, whether they're in the playoffs or not.
That's true. We've sat many a time with wigs on our head, just covered in beer at Beef O'Brady, is just being like, why are we here watching these games?
Beefs. What a
I find
great
it
place.
interesting though, like in the top 10, 5 have won a championship during that time frame and 5 have not.
Oh. So the Ravens haven't.
Bills haven't, Packers haven't, Ravens haven't, Niners haven't, 76ers haven't.
Dude, that's another one. 76ers way up there.
Avalanche.
Avalanche do have one. They won one 2 years ago.
Mm.
Yeah. But look at the Niners and the Bills, dude. You remember those days?
I
Remember
know.
those days we used to go in there and watch Tim Rattay and JP Lossman.
Yeah, dude. Good grief. T.O. Remember I had a T.O. jersey. Bills
Yes.
T.O. jersey.
Hey, Jens, the Chiefs Bills rivalry, that's one of the best ones.
We own y'all during the regular season.
You can't brag about that.
I can't.
You can't brag about that, dude.
And what's crazy is, who says that? Super James got a point. It's like you got baseball percentage up there, but
Yeah.
dude, that's a boat ton of games too that they'll be playing. That you're still trying to count a winning percentage versus, a 17 or 18 game pro season for ball or for football.
That's a
Same
really
way
good
with
point.
basketball too. I mean, basketball's got a boatload of games. Hockey takes forever.
Will from Game On made this point because he and I were Jens. Okay.
Oh, shots fired.
Come on, dude. We're there. If it weren't for Taylor Swift and the refs, we would have one at least. The Saints have a higher winning percentage than the Houston Astros.
Wow.
How about that? So, anyways, that was just a fun graphic. Cowboys. Where are the Cowboys?
They're in second row under the Niners.
All right, there you go. But anyways, that was just for fun. National Parents Day. The PTA was formed in 1897, so there you go. Thanks to that, right? And Parenting Magazine, introduced in 1987, was discontinued in 2013, boys. No more magazines. They're out.
Really?
It's all blogs. The official holiday for National Parents Day is 10/14/1994. How about that? And then another one was your quirks and mannerisms will be monitored or mirrored by your children.
That is true.
Yes.
I had a big whoopsies the other day. I had my youngest in my arm, and my daughter was trying to hand me stuff to put in the other arm, but I was already carrying something. I also had her juice, so I dropped something, spilled the juice. I dropped a big F-bomb, and she said it right back to me. And I just looked at her and I was like, "Don't you say that." And she was like, "What?" And I was like, "That word." And she did it again. I was like, "Please, for the love of God, don't ever say that again."
Dude, you know she's gonna say it when she drops something at school. That's
so I
coming.
had to confess to my wife, and she's like, "You got to get better." I got the big lecture, but it was a big. They mirror what you do and say.
Yes. Oh, my son, all the time. When we're listening to this show back in the truck, and he hears something, and you can't say that, Dad. You can't do that. Why'd you say that? You can't say stupid. If you're listening, don't say that.
We get that it's that same word for us too. Can't say that.
Well, that's part of the reason why we started this thing is because we come on here and try not to cuss every other word like most of the podcasts that are trying to be funny,
Or
So-
put girls in bikinis as our picture.
Yeah,
Thumbnails, yeah.
yeah, it's us. Us is on the bodies of goats, which I don't know if
Us
that's
is
any better. That's, I don't know if that's any more child friendly, but try to explain that. But my kids haven't asked about that. But anyways, dude, let me tell you what. Before we get into this, today down here where I am, it was 83 degrees and the wind was blowing, buddy.
That's like
I
a
was standing-
Boone summer day.
That was, and the thing is, I just kept thinking, this feels like football. It's coming.
Yeah.
Like it was a nice little reminder of like football's on the way.
Nothing tops a Boone summer than floating a river.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like the epic Boone summer right there.
Dude, come down and float the river down here.
Completely different.
We can float the river by us.
Completely different. Yeah, I mean, I could float the Edisto River and get chased by gators if I wanted to, but
Dude, we got bull
Boone
sharks
River.
down here. Don't be a
Yeah.
pansy. All right, we got Salute Your Sports. We got the dad joke. It's back. Thank you, Bear, for already throwing one out there. The DFS Segi, where we review this golf tournament, the GUIS, if you want to call it. They're not up your sleeve. They're down your trousers. We're gonna have to change that acronym because they're not up your sleeve, dude. These things are terrible. Hang the banners, other relevant sports news. Inter Squad DraftKings Jamboree results. Butch is heating up. And I just want to put a shout out warning to Barstool Sports because we know you're watching and you're listening, because right after I said, hey, the USA men's basketball team, if they were the Avengers, LeBron would be Iron Man and KD would be Captain America and Joel Embiid would be Steve Banner, the Hulk, whenever he never morphed into the Hulk from that one movie. And lo and behold, like 30 minutes later, here comes Barstool with the Avengers stuff. So we know you're watching, we know you're listening, and you could just go ahead and tag us in that, you cowards. Anyways, let's hit the Salute Your Sports, shall we? Okay, Salute Your Sports. I just wanted to go and do a quick salute to Jerry Jones, who continues to compare himself to Patrick Mahomes for some reason and openly admits that
Jerry Jones.
I think he openly admitted, like, yeah, I'm in this for like show, like I'm trying to do the show here, which you got to respect him for that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it just confirms everybody's suspicions that this guy does not care at all about winning. So here you go from Twitch. Icy Florida boy. He needs to go. Jerry Jones? Nah, dude. Keep that dude right there where he is. Let him sit there and talk about how he's going to pay Dak, how he's going to pay CD, how he's going to pay Micah, all those dudes, and then they'll just lose to whatever team makes the playoffs that should make the playoffs. That's what they got to do.
Dak will crumble.
Dude.
Which Dak is already talking about life after the Cowboys.
He's going to get paid $60 million.
By the Cowboys?
By somebody.
I mean, did you see the list of the top 10 quarterbacks, highest paid quarterbacks?
I've seen the top 5. I didn't see the top 10. I know who's not in the top 10. That's Brock Purdy.
You know who else sitting in the top 10? Josh Allen.
Woo!
What is the deal we have?
I'm telling you.
What is T-Law?
He's up there. He's like 3, isn't he?
He's 2.
Yeah, he's got to be 2 now.
Actually,
what?
I got top 8. How about that?
Because he
go ahead.
signed $55 million a year.
Love, Lawrence, Burrow, all at $55 million.
0 Super Bowls.
2 of 53.
0 Super Bowls.
Goff 53. Herbert
Does he have a Super
52. Lamar 52. Hurts 51. Combined playoff record 16 and 17. Combined Super Bowl appearances 3. Combined Super Bowl wins 0.
Who was in the Super Bowl? Burrow, Goff, Hurts.
Hurts, yeah.
I don't get it.
It's inflation, dude. That's all it is.
It's inflation. Yeah.
The guys coming up though are going to
No
get some
Patrick
fat checks.
Mahomes, Josh Allen, neither one of those.
No Brock Purdy. We got to lump.
But
We got
is
to put
that
him
per
in there,
year?
dude.
That's got to be per year though, right, J-Bot?
Yes.
Like, okay,
55
because
per year. Yes.
still though, I'd rather have Patrick Mahomes pay because what was it, 500 million over the next 10 years or something?
Yeah.
If I was a QB, I'd be like, I want 8 years minimum. That's what I'm
Right,
hoping.
yeah.
That's what I'm hoping Purdy does. He's like, give me $8 million for like 30 or 40 million a year.
And I want to read all those contracts too, just to see like what incentives they have, and then also like, do they get their pay cut if they get injured or something like that? Because it's got to
A
be
lot of them are going guaranteed.
What's guaranteed though?
No,
Like,
not winning a Super Bowl.
Oh, says the Niners man.
Hey, our quarterback's not even making $1 million. I can say that. He's not even a millie goat yet, Brock Purdy.
John Deere paid him $1 million.
Hey, look at Bebo. Imagine the cap trouble. The Bills are in cap trouble anyways.
not anymore.
They're like 58 million in dead cap.
Well, not after the season.
Dude. And then Super James says Dak will be the highest paid ever per win. Okay. Here we go, boys. But the Texans, that's who we're here to talk about. The Texans finished. Look at this nice graphic here. For those of you who can't see, we've got Texans 2023 review, nice logo, playoffs. Yep. 10-7 record. They won the AFC South. It was some late game shenanigans by the Jaguars and the Colts, that whole thing. CJ Stroud won Rookie of the Year and Offensive Rookie of the Year. Will Anderson won Defensive Rookie of the Year. They beat the Browns in the offs, and then they lost to the Ravens. And the big thing out of this was their offensive coordinator decided to stay, and I think the Lions' offensive coordinator decided to stay too. Those two were very heavy coaching candidates. And people forget that they lost Tank Dell like halfway through the year to that stupid – they ran the ball with him on the goal line. I remember he snapped his ankle in half.
Turf.
And
dude.
they didn't – okay.
Got it.
There was some new I think the Bengals just put in new turf, actually. Like their upgrade was like, we're going to put new turf down. Everybody was like, what? Why? But anyways, they lost Tank Dell. They had no first-round pick in the draft. So their offense was 13th out of 32 teams at 22.2 points per game. Their defense was 11th out of 32 with 20.8 points per game. Key losses. Shout out Rex Burkhead, dude. Rex Burkhead, the Rexing ball. Miley Cyrus came in like a Rexing ball. Don't mess with Rexus. No, I'm not even going to go the other rhyming that I wanted to do. They lost Devin Singletary, Greenard, one of their linebackers, Cashman, and then lost a tackle in Noah Fant, who I think went back to the Seahawks. And then the big one for the Texans is they signed Danielle Hunter. They signed Stephon Diggs, Joe Mixon, Geno Autry. I think he was with the Jaguars as the defensive end. They extended Nico Collins, and then they signed Al Shire, who I thought was going to go back to the 49ers and reunite with Fred Warner and Dre Greenlaw, but he didn't. So that's that. And then they drafted a cornerback out of Georgia and a tackle at I can't remember where, and then a safety, Bullock, and then another tight end out of Ohio State, Stover. So that's what they did in the offseason and their season recap. And then I saw this quote. Nobody was better in the clutch than C.J. Stroud last year. The Texans converted on 6 of 8 game-tying or go-ahead drive chances. Late with Stroud under center. His numbers in those situations were phenomenal. 77% completion rate, almost 11 yards per attempt, and 139.5 passer rating. C.J. Stroud was pretty good.
Under center. And then they moved him to shotgun.
Oh,
yeah, but
hot
you
take?
really find out a lot about a player in the NFL year 2, because now everybody has tape on him.
That's true. Daniel Jones.
Also, the offensive coordinator. Everybody has his tape now of how he calls plays. his tendencies. They've been that all off season. And you're looking at an offense that had less than 3 points better than the defense was giving up. So that's a lot of, like you said, a lot of close one possession games that could not fall their way.
That's a Viking special right there.
Yeah. Look at the last year and the year before for the Vikings. All those went their way that one year when they beat the Bills. And then last year, all of them didn't go their way.
Yep. They're not like the Niners who just pummel everybody.
The Texans looked flashy. They were new. They looked cool. So everybody's on their bandwagon. I'm just saying, not so fast. Let's wait and see what they do this year.
Okay. I still think they're going to win the AFC South. So, Anthony Richardson. There's way too much hype for that guy. I'm just saying. So I forgot to do it at the beginning. Should I do the dad joke now or after the hot takes?
You do it after the hot takes.
It's in a row. You might as well go.
No. Nope. We got to pull up the graphic, Edge. Come on. What do you think of the Texans, dude?
I mean, I agree with J.Y. They're overhyped. You're the only one believing it just because you want to push C.J. Stroud on everyone, but
he's better than Anthony Richardson. Sorry.
I'm not denying that either. He's not better than Trevor Lawrence, so
yeah, he is.
Don't mess with touchdown Jesus. Don't even come over here.
If Trevor Lawrence would throw more catchable balls, his receivers wouldn't drop so many of them.
I know. If he'd stop hitting his receiver in the chest and hit him in the hands.
Yeah, right in the numbers. Can't get any more perfect than that.
Look, Trevor Lawrence ain't playing in the ACC no more, pal. He ain't playing nobody, Paul.
It's just if he can stay healthy.
He's about to have a baby, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Did he get married this year?
No, he's been married.
Oh, okay.
He got married when he was at Clemson, I think.
Okay,
yeah.
So maybe he's coming to the end of his 4-year.
Hence why they didn't win the national championship his last year.
That's true.
And he hasn't won a championship since.
That's true.
Has he had his 4-year peak yet? 4 years?
It's got to be, yeah. This is year, 3, 4? And yeah.
Jags might take the division.
I told you, dude.
Dude.
Wow.
Plus ETN.
Stop it with the ETN, dude. All right, here we go. Hot take time. Who wants to go first? Now, this whole thing turned into, and I figured this would happen when we did this, is some way to slap each other's teams around. And that's exactly what is happening right here. So
wait, first of all, hold on. Before we go any of this, last week, Tex made a comment about his hot takes, and it was against the Texans, was it not? Because even though we said Texas from Texas, he wasn't even standing up for the Texans. And now look at this comment. Texans are the third best team in Texas.
Hey, they're not the first or second, though.
Okay, go ahead.
But here's my hot take.
Go ahead.
For Texas, so let's think about this. Texans are the third best team in Texas. So Texas's teams are Texas Longhorns, Texas Rangers, Dallas Cowboys. So who are the Houston Texans in front of them? Because then one of those teams has to be the fourth best team.
And you forgot about the CFL or XFL.
Yeah.
Oh, they got a bunch of teams, dude. And they got the Houston Roughnecks, the Arlington Renegades.
Texas ranking the Texans over one of his teams.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas Stars. Texas. I mean, Tex doesn't. He should have just put Texas rankings and just put all of them at one.
Yeah. If
he was truly from Texas.
And if he was a true Texan, like I texted you earlier today, he would have a cowboy hat on.
He would. He doesn't even have one. He
doesn't even have cowboy boots probably. He just says, these extra toughs are better.
Which he doesn't wear at all, ever, even though he claims to be an extra tough guy.
He's always been a Croc guy.
Always, dude. Crocky Balboa. So we
Look,
call him.
Did
As
he
I
even get
stated
into
before-
Two Bills Drive yet?
no,
I don't know.
they know he's
How's-
a fraud.
Let's see.
He's there to cause havoc. They know that.
Well, look, I'll give you one of mine, which is what I've been stating for 3 weeks now. The Texans won't win the division. Hot take.
Who are you picking to win the division? Because I feel like you said that for every team so far.
I picked the Colts to win the division
Why are you so high on the Colts?
because they should have won it last year. And they're playing a weaker schedule.
I think Anthony Richardson is going to turn the ball over like crazy. I bet you the offense will be better, which again, I just find it weird their backup is Joe Flacco to an Anthony Richardson led offense. So I don't know.
Shows you they don't want him running the ball.
What was your take? What did you say?
My other take is I think that sometime before or during week 8, which is like halfway through the season, Diva Diggs comes out.
Oh,
Without
without question, that runs right into mine. Diggs, my hot take is Diggs is the wide receiver 3 in that offense, maybe even 4.
They got to be winning for that not to come out.
Yes, if they get off to a slow start, he's going to
Yes.
be insufferable because you got Nico Collins, Tank Dell, and Dalton Schultz all up in there, and he's a guy that's going to.
Now, don't get me wrong. You're getting a hell of a deal. Diggs is your 3 or 4, but we stopped throwing it to him at the end of the season.
We're getting open, dude.
Can't win.
My second take, hot take, the Texans will be the best red, white, and blue team in the NFL.
Well, they're navy blue, so
Doesn't matter, red, white, and blue.
your shot at me doesn't count
Red, white, and blue.
because the United States is not navy blue.
Just
Regular
saying.
blue.
No, some of the uniforms that the U.S. teams wear has navy blue in them. Edge,
That's
is navy
not
blue
colored.
acceptable for U.S. for red, white, and blue?
No.
All right, that backfired.
I mean, what's next? Carolina Blues acceptable for red, white, and blue. It's a
Exactly.
hideous color too.
That's what I was going because the Houston Texans wear those throwbacks too.
Oh, the Oilers throwbacks.
Who are the red, white, and blue teams? The Bills, the Texans,
The Giants.
the Giants. Yeah, I forgot about the Giants.
That's it.
We should put that poll out. Who's going to be the best red, white, and blue team? And then Barstool will pick it up and steal it. Like
You want
they
my
did
hot take on why the Texans aren't going to win anything?
Go ahead.
They don't have nobody from Clemson.
Wow, not one player.
Not one
When's the
player.
last time somebody from Clemson won a Super Bowl?
Damn, shots fired. Wait a second, Niners fan. You got some Tigers on your team, so don't be coming out here.
No, wasn't it the guy Justin Ross? Didn't he play
Yeah.
for the Chiefs?
Yeah, Justin Ross.
Ross, yeah. Ross was good too.
He hurt his neck.
He ran into uprights. Good God.
Yeah, so there's the hot takes, and then Butch put down the second best team in Texas. I also had a Texas take like that, but then I got rid of it for the Diggs one because I was like, we can't have a ranking of Texas teams as the Texans hot takes. And I don't know where Butch is, but he said D'Amico Ryans is the 49er that got away. That's BS because we churn out defensive coordinators that turn into head coaches like every 2 years. So not a problem there. And the 49ers tried to get Bill Belichick. I don't know. The Patriots are red, white, and blue. There you go.
They ain't gray though. The majority of their uniforms gray.
Yeah, true. But they're still red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
Their logo is red, white, and blue. There's our 4 teams. We're going to do a poll.
That's a runaway.
Well, you think it's going to be the Bills?
Yeah, America's team.
I'm going to put that out tomorrow. Let's do it.
Okay.
Any other hot takes? Super Bowl team or no? I did bet on them to win the AFC, by the way.
No, not a Super Bowl team.
Edge, Super Bowl team or no?
Not a chance, bro.
Am I that dumb? We got to figure out a way to make bets on this that they're going to go farther than you guys think.
Put it on the big board.
Big board.
On the big board, dude.
What do you think?
I think the Texans will be the farthest. That they will go. They'll be the team that goes the farthest. That's red, white, and blue. Put it down. Write it down.
On the board.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about some golf. But first, before we talk about the golf, it's the dad joke. Yes, the dad joke. It's back. Everybody loves it. We've been putting them on TikTok, and that's been getting some pretty good response, by the way. So, the dad joke. What do you call a circus act of just tractor trailers? Cirque du Soleil.
Mm.
That was terrible.
You get it? Diesel trucks?
Yeah, I get it. But you said tractor trailers, meaning just a trailers. So
Tractor trailers, that's a truck, dude. That's what they call them. What's it running down the road? A tractor trailer. Come on.
Or a semi.
You've never seen a tractor trailer just going down the road by itself.
I have actually. They're called Bobcats.
I'm about to say, knowing where Edge is from, he probably has seen that.
All right. I guess we're going to talk about this golf tournament. Let me go ahead and flip the page here when we get right into it.
You dropped the beat?
Yeah, hit the music. Okay.
First of all, I got a question. Can y'all find actual people that made that song and get it downloaded? Like where you got better audio instead of it sounding like it's recorded from a phone from 1982.
It is.
Oh God.
No, we won't.
I can't even figure out how to get it anywhere
Especially
else.
when I hear it about my truck. Like it says, go ahead and drop that beat. And it's just like you hear muffled because you just
it's low.
It
it's
drops
low.
so
So then we try to turn the volume up so it like picks up halfway through it. So it makes us great, dude.
The headlines for any of these golf guys is what are you on for the year right now? Your win.
What's our
wins for the year? Yeah.
All right, we are. I actually have it. We are 52 of 93.
Woo!
Yeah, boy.
Oh, that worked out so beautifully, dude.
Episode 152, 52 on the year. I mean, you're welcome.
Somebody, dude. Yes, that couldn't have worked out any better.
56%.
So is everybody saying that we don't know what we're doing? That's malarkey because we lined up the 52s just like we should have. Okay.
It's called research.
Research.
I mean, that's called being. I mean,
that's our model, dude.
I think we should put Dylon's winning percentage up there.
Here's what happened with Dylon. Dylon was picking these dudes that were like 8,000, 9,000, like dudes that he actually thought he actually thought were going to win. And we're over here picking these dudes trying to connect moon pies to the state of Minnesota to see why I might want to play them because they're like below $7,000. So, but Dylon's been doing better with his below $7,000 guys now. So, anyways, those of you who can't see, we have a screen up here now with our faces on it and the guys that we picked, and there are X's through all of our faces except for J.Y. So, J.Y, tell us how you did it, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I was picking my lineup, and I was down near that list because I was running out of money. And I just loved Carson Young last year so much. And I hadn't played him a ton this year.
You did.
Just felt like I felt like he was the right guy. And he's from Greenville, South Carolina. So, that's right where I grew up. So he went to Clemson. It just fit the model.
Fit the model. And he's got a sweet stash. He's on the all mustache team.
Yes, that is true. But he did what I wanted him to do. He made the cut, then he shot +5 on moving day. He moved backwards.
That's here you go, Edge. Super James said I recorded it live from the ice cream truck. Yeah, dude.
That's what I was laughing at earlier.
with his mini mic.
Dude, I do have a mini mic. I keep it in my truck in the glove box. You never know when you need to get an interview. The
Doesn't have the furry stuff around it.
That's right. Like, look at this thing. Dude, you never know. Put one of those bad boys in your truck. Might run into somebody famous on the street. But yeah, Hayden Buckley, dude. I thought all the numbers were there. He was playing well, and then I look on Twitter and it's like Hayden Buckley aces on the 17th, and I'm like, oh, we gonna get a cut day heroic here? And then I open the app and he's 5 over. I'm like, what?
He
Who
hit
cares
the
if he got-
stake.
Who cares if he got an ace? Whatever, dude. This thing, Hisatsune was terrible. He shot 11 over on Friday.
I know, and I played him. I was
Dude,
I was giving Tex the benefit of the doubt because he was the only one that made it at the Open. It's like Tex might not be fully done with golf yet. But Tex is done with golf after that.
He's
pick.
done. He has mailed it in, dude, without question. So yeah, we have 3 out of us 4 have X's, and Butch, he never gave anything, so we'll just count that as an X.
Did Tex play golf with us during Brothers Day, or did he show up the next day?
I think he showed up the next day.
I think he was a next day guy.
I don't think
God.
I've ever seen Tex with a golf club in his hand.
Dude, he's good for about 8 or 9 holes, and then he's ready to mail it in.
Well, I'm the same way. Yeah. So.
But you spread your 8 or 9 out throughout the whole 18. He's played his first 8.
See, this is the story, though. All right, let me get into the story.
Go ahead.
Especially for those who've never played golf at J.Y. He always suckers you in. Like, there's Charlotte golf clubs in South Carolina. There's a ton of courses to hit. But he always says, hey, just come over to the house. Just come over to the house, because where he lives has got 7 golf courses around him, right? And he suckers you in to come over there like, all right, cool. You know, I'm terrible. There's cobwebs on my golf clubs from 1970 probably. You know, like I have to actually wash my bag just to put it in my truck, to put it on his fancy little golf cart. And then he goes on the turn, and they know him by name. Like, hey, J.Y, you want the usual? And I'm looking at this guy like, the usual? Yeah, dude, just get it. Just get it. And it's like, you know, a triple whatever. What is it? What do you get? Triple Jack and Coke or something?
I get rum and Coke.
Triple rum and Coke with a hot dog. He's like, all right, dude, you ready? I'm like, bro, I'm ready to go to the golf club, man. I'm done. And even the cart girls, you know, some of them are like 70 years old, but they drive by. Hey, J.Y, you want your usual?
Right in my range.
You want your usual? I'm housed after the 7th hole, and J.Y.'s just over there giggling, laughing all the time.
That's golf, baby.
That's golf.
That is golf.
Now you know why it takes me 6 hours. I talk, dude.
Hey, I'm not mad at that at all. That's how it should be. We need to film one of those one day.
We should with your mini mic.
Hey, I'll bring the mini mic out there.
Mic up, yeah, it's mic up, old J.Y.
We gotta get a group. We gotta get back to doing those things. Brothers Day has to reunite. We're on a tough period right now. Everybody's got little kids.
Yeah.
Hey, Brothers Day, Clemson App State game.
Be there.
Let's go.
You're not gonna want to play golf then.
Why not?
I mean, I would.
There's a golf course right there. Let's come down on Friday night.
We'll talk. All right. So
driving 7 hours first.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I don't mind driving 7 hours. Drive
Okay.
3 hours. Yeah, they'll be all right.
Let's go.
Buckley missed the cut. He was 5 over. Hisatsune 11 over. Young finished at 1 over. Blair missed the cut. So the big thing about this tournament was our guy Novak was in the lead on Friday, and he was cooking. And I feel bad because I sent out a tweet that said, "Look at this dude go." I know. And same thing happened with Matt Kuchar today. I was watching the tournament. I'm like, is Kuchar really about to pull this off? Next hole, birdie or bogey. Lost the lead, never got it back. So apologize to Matt Kuchar for that. And then Jonathan Vegas out of nowhere, or Jonathan, however you want to pronounce it, comes out and wins the dang thing. Sticks one on the green on 18, which is a really cool hole over the water. And Lag puts it up there, hits a birdie to win the tournament. And in the meanwhile, Gracerman was in the locker room playing ping pong with Neil Shipley, waiting on Vegas to finish it out. And I'm like, dude, you haven't won it yet. I don't know if you need a ping pong table in the locker room. I mean,
no. Get on the range, dude. Stay loose.
That's what I'm trying to say. So he did go out there at the end, but I think he knew the writing was on the wall because Vegas stuck that thing. So,
hey, like I buried in the lead, Novak got the Millie Goat bounce. Every golfer that's come on our show so far has had a T25 or better in the next tournament they played.
Yep. Those are facts. So if you're a golfer listening to this, we can guarantee you at least maybe a share of the lead at some point, and most likely.
Maybe we should try it with caddies. If they don't feel comfortable joking around with the boys, send your caddy on.
Send the caddy on, dude. Send us caddyage. We'll yuck it up with the caddies. I mean,
Yeah.
Lauer led at, I think he was in Michigan. He ended up leading that tournament. Hubbs was leading the PGA at one point. Novak was leading this tournament. So come on here, you get loosened up.
And Hubbs did well in the first time we had him on too.
Oh yeah, he did. The Millie goes, dude, I was so sad. Hubbs tracker sent us a message saying that Hubbs could have won this tournament, and I fully believe it. We did send out a tweet in memory of Hubbs about, hey, it's just not the same without Hubbs out there. So
I told you too, dude. As soon as you put it on there and you sitting there in the group text, I was like, well, I hope you didn't bet on it because you just jinxed him. Same way with screenshotting. Hey, look at me. I'm in the mill. I got, I'm about to clear 200K. You take a screenshot of it. You sit in the group, and then all of a sudden,
he wins like $2.
Like my wife's least favorite part of the whole thing is like, why are you telling me this? So I just send her a picture of my DraftKings balls, and I had to say DraftKings. I almost said, she's like, when does it over? Sunday. There's like 3 days left. She's like, don't send that again. But hey, you got to get hype when you can get hype, because you know it's going to crash. And if you don't talk trash or if you don't hype it up, then you miss an opportunity to get hype. I'm sorry, that's just the way I feel about it.
That's right.
So my headline from this was the Buckley stops here. So, did you have a headline or no?
I didn't.
Okay. My best lineup.
I didn't know if we were doing those this week.
No. Well, my best lineup was 460, like 200 off the best one, which was actually a 5 out of 6 lineup, and I only got 1 out of 20 with 6 out of 6. We're fading fast, boys. We're fading fast.
It sounds like golf's over for you too.
I'm hanging on to this lead. I got to get to the end of the league.
I mean, you went full Bryson on us. You did very well in the first 3 majors. You didn't show up for the last one. Not going to hear from you for a while.
So, all right.
You think they have an Olympic one?
I don't know. That's what I think Super James or Bear. I think Bear was asking that too. BMO said you should have played Mike. Oh, yes. Gosh, I forgot to pull that clip. BMO came on here last week and he goes, I'm going the double Andrew with Andrew Novak and Andrew Putnam. I don't know where Putnam finished, but BMO was on it. Should have listened to him.
So there is.
So he got the Millie Goats bump.
Olympic men's golf competition Thursday.
Really?
6:00.
For DraftKings?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
So that's the only tournament.
All right, the Listener League. Here's what Super James has been waiting for. Listener League wins, ladies and gentlemen. Super James took down the Millie Goats Listener League with 472.5 points. He rode the back of Sahith Theegala, Maverick McNeely, Tony Finau, and Justin Lauer was in there. So Super James, congratulations on your winnings. Take that and parlay it on the Texans to be the best red, white, and blue team. That should be a parlay that DraftKings should pay us for, because that would be an awesome bet to make. 28 D Scott finished in second with 453, and Hurley 5631 finished in third with 438. So thanks everybody for playing. We'll have an Olympic one ready soon, and we will start pushing that. Lauer finished tied for 33rd, and Novak finished tied for 24th. So, scumbags, the guys that were highly owned that stunk it up were Tom Hoagie, Luke Clanton, the amateur, Eric Van Rooyen, who basically struggled through the entire day or the entire 2 days, and JT Poston. And then Hadwin, Griffin, Chan Kim, Nick Dunlap, who I put all my bags or all my ducks, all my balls in his bag, basically.
Didn't he win last week, though?
Yeah. He's playing good, dude. I thought he was
Yeah,
gonna...
but nobody goes back to back anymore, except Scotty.
He doesn't even do it anymore. And then Austin Eckrow was another one that was pretty highly owned, above 13%. Sam Burns, Taylor Pendrith, McNeely, Vegas, Kuchar, Fishburne, all scored over 100 points. And let's you want to pull that graphic back up for the ball check here.
Yeah.
Look at that, dude. So not great, Bob.
No.
Not great at all.
I only played the one. I only played the one contest in 9th.
Hex, not very good. Butch P gave us 3 or 4 that are way up there. We just have no context as to what that means. I don't know if he sent us the same picture over and over again or not. Which he very well might be.
Hey, he's got it.
Hey, so there you go. That's the I cashed like 4 or 5 lineups, which got me some money back. But
hey, football's a new season,
bro. I went all in on the open, and didn't pan out like I wanted it to. So, anywho, I think that's all the graphics we have there. I'm pretty sure that's it.
Wow, that seems like a short graphic day.
That's it, dude.
Wow.
Don't worry. I can pull one up if you want. I got more.
Don't risk it right now with your refurbished Mac.
Dude, you've been sounding good.
Hey, have I glitched it all?
No.
Okay.
Now you're about to start.
Probably. We just
probably told wifey to pay the internet bill.
It's like the screenshot stuff. All right. I think we have. What do we have left? We have one more segment.
Banners.
Hang the banners.
You did it! Congratulations!
Hang the banners. Okay, boys. Here we go. Who wants to go first? I got one queued up.
I can go first because I have 2. My first one, I'm going to hang the banner because it's football season to unsigned free art. I guess he's signed now. Dude, I messed this all up.
Free agents.
An undrafted free agent.
Okay.
For the Buffalo Bills, Shane Simmons is the first player out on the field to start the season. And that's what you want out of those guys. They got something to prove. First guy out. Set the tone for the entire Bills season. Walk on is the first one out on the field.
Hang the banner. That's the hang the banner signal. Ed, you want to go next? Or you want me to go next?
Go ahead, AK.
All right, here we go, boys. I'm hanging the banner for Tulsa. In what appears to be a partnership with Costco.
Whoa.
They sent out a tweet. The Tulsa Golden Hurricane, not Hurricanes, Golden Hurricane, says, check us out at Costco. Go get yours today or shop for other ticket deals here at their website. You can get 2 tickets and 2 sideline passes for $49 at Costco for Tulsa. And look, dude. They got a booth in Costco where you go pick it up, take it out there, get yourself a hot dog or a slice of pizza, and get yourself 2 tickets
and 2 sideline passes.
and 2 sideline passes, dude. How sick is that?
We need to remember this because I'm sure there's going to be a few other promotions. Remember the Memphis one last year.
Yep.
We need to have a vote. Who has the best promotion to get people at their games?
Okay, we'll do that. We'll keep a list. So right now we got Memphis and Tulsa. We got to get App State involved somehow too. That has to happen. But I thought that was cool where you just go pick it up like that little package. I wonder if somebody goes and buys them in bulk and they just have all of them. Can you do that? I bet there's a limit on that.
There's got to be.
But
and I wonder if it's all for the same game.
Oh, I don't know.
Like you can't just pick any game.
You could buy what is there 6 home games? I mean, why wouldn't you just pick up 6? Why don't you pick up a 6-pack there?
Times 50. So, yeah. $600 or $300.
I mean, that seems worth it for sideline passes. Ed, you got one?
I do have one. And I should have sent this picture of this guy's mullet to you guys, but Clemson just signed a 5-star middle linebacker from Jefferson, Georgia. And Sammy Brown, dude. If y'all could get a picture of him, it is hilarious. Like I'm mad at this flow right now because I'm bald. J.Y. used to have the flow back in the day, but this guy, dude, this picture, I'll send it to you. We can put it up later. It's epic.
Hold on, is it Sammy with an I or a Y?
No,
I got you.
Sammy Brown from Jefferson, Georgia.
This guy,
dude. Yes, I'm gonna send you another picture too.
You're pulling it up. You pulling it up? Let's go. Pull it up here.
Look at his
look at the pythons on that guy.
I know, the jawline. I mean, everything. Like, what are we doing here, dude? Look at that mullet.
He looks like a cross between Zac Efron and what's the guy? Kenny Powers.
Kenny Powers is what I was thinking.
Who was that guy that used to play TCU? Tank.
That was he wasn't at TCU though, was he? He was at Boise State, wasn't he?
No, I thought he was TCU.
Look at that flow.
What an epic name for a linebacker.
Holy cow, look at that one right there on the left.
I know, dude. That's what I'm saying.
Jeez. Mullets are back though. That's pretty legit.
That's good.
Yeah. Guess who's Mr. Hughes here, dude. Go check out his show. That guy's awesome. Puts out a lot of good content.
Lars, what's your second one?
So my second one goes out to Anthony Edwards, the NBA basketball player. I saw a clip of him on the opening ceremonies boat talking trash to the United States ping pong team because they said that they could skunk him 11-0 or 21-0, whatever it is in ping pong. And he argued that he could at least score a point. And I like to hang the banner for that because I like that confidence.
Anthony
but
Edwards.
I also like the confidence of the ping pong team saying they would skunk him. I think that'd be awesome.
That has to be a stream, dude.
Two
Get in
Olympic
contact with
athletes, different sports playing against each other. Hey, but hang the banner for that. I love that.
I'm also going to hang another banner, impromptu banner for Bob the Cap Catcher.
Who?
You guys know who that is?
No.
Okay, so he's a dude who walks the perimeter of the pool in case anything falls in, I'm assuming, for the swimmers or from the fans or whatever, and he has to hop in and go get him. Well, Mr. Bob the Cap Catcher, when he has to get in the pool, has a European cut style bathing suit. And I'm pretty sure this dude, let me see if I can pull it up. You might be able to Google that one.
I'm not Googling that one.
What is it?
Bob the Cap Catcher. So he had to jump in today, get into uniform, and dive into the pool. And let me tell you what, this guy looks like a Bob the Cap Catcher because he's got to wear this European style bathing suit. And he is not anywhere near the specimen that some of these Olympic swimmers are. You got it? Did you find it?
Yeah.
Shout out Bob the Cap Catcher. Look at him, dude. Look at that.
Wow. Dad life.
For those of you listening, who
Look at
can't
that
see,
one on the left.
bro, is that you? Are you Bob the Cap Catcher? There is a strawberry blonde gentleman in what looks like
He's got a farmer's tan too. Look at that.
Dude, he's been waiting this moment his entire life.
I mean, he's got form and everything. Look at him. Look at him. He's got form.
Can you try out? Can you try out for this?
Look at
Olympics
him
are in America
crowd,
next time. 28.
Look at that, dude. I just think Will Ferrell. So, ladies, people listening who can't hear, picture Will Ferrell in a colorful Speedo diving into a pool to get swimming caps. That's what you have to do. And one more, hang the banner for John Rahm, who won the Live Golf tournament today and then started crying and saying that it's been a tough year. And all I could picture was like Harry and Lloyd Christmas sitting on the bed wiping their eyeballs with $100 bills. So I don't know what else he's been going through, but that's all I could think of.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know.
I got some other relevant sports news quickly. And then we're going to get to Edge's preseason for the Clemson. I want to hear your predictions of the ACC. But
oh God.
Come on, dude. Don't be scared.
Okay. I ain't scared.
Let's I'm gonna read off this quote of for Patrick Mahomes. I love looking up these stats. Patrick Mahomes. So TD passes of less than 10 yards since 2021. Patrick Mahomes has 88 of those.
What's the next close?
56.
Oh my God.
Dak Prescott.
So dinker dunker.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Everybody's like, look at him. He can zing it down the yard, blah, 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 blah.
What's Brock Purdy got?
Brock Purdy, he's not even on the list, dude.
Not played enough games.
So the closest was Dak at 56. Tom Brady's still on there at 49. Josh Allen has 46. Tua has 41. Lamar Jackson has 32. And then if you click on it, there's one of TD passes of 10-plus yards since 2021. Guess who's winning that one?
Oh, that's Josh Allen.
Yep, he has 54. Next closest is 40, Dak Prescott and Joe Burrow. And then Brock Purdy has 20, which is ahead of Patrick Mahomes, who has 17. I mean, come on. So
You just told me Josh Allen's the best quarterback in the league.
That's what you said.
Dude,
I heard it.
I don't dislike Josh Allen. He can't win the big one. I don't dislike
Purdy. Sounds like the Niners.
At least he's been there. He would have been to back-to-back if he didn't blow his elbow out. And then I got one more thing before we wrap this thing up.
I got one more thing while you're looking at it.
Go ahead.
You got rid of the how dare yous and the water cooler debate specifically for this show because you knew that both me and J-Vi were going to call you out on how you changed the answers. And you tried to go on last show and defend yourself. Nobody listened. We all knew it was a crock of crap because whatever we say, you're like, oh no, that's going to win. I'm going to change it to something else.
Edge, last show, he not only wrote my water cooler debate answer wrong, he also told the people, all of our listeners, that Butch won football. I won the football.
See what I'm saying?
He stomped on me.
The quote that y'all have is
it's my computer, dude.
Never let the facts get in the way of a good story.
Yes.
It's like AK lives that. in his life. Like,
Yes.
no, they're going to win. Not going to happen here. I'm changing it. Like, you might as well say Clemson and Florida State weekend. No, we're going to change it to Clemson and Wake Forest. Completely different. Just,
Right.
I mean, that's how you're changing the facts of the story right there.
No, what happened was I forgot what his was. And so I
You write them
panicked.
down during the show. You write them down, or either you put them in your beloved document that you have to read every sentence for.
Or he doesn't even do it until a week after the show. If he actually listened to the show himself.
Yeah.
I do
Like
listen to
right
it. I
now.
just forget.
I was reading the doc and I was like, wait a second. What is this absolute laser light show at the John Deere Classic? What are we talking about here? Oh, this is 2 weeks ago now.
Wait, oh, you went to the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. See, it says outro music drop. That's when it ends. And then I just start putting stuff down there below if I ever need to reference anything.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, how dare you? I'll bring it
No,
back. I don't care.
I forgot
How
what he
dare you
said.
mic drop.
Okay. I forgot what he said, and then I was like, "What's a good cane?" I know he said a walking cane, but I was like, "I don't want to put a walking cane."
What did you even put? Like a heather cane or something? Like
a hurricane?
Hurricane.
a hurricane. What is he, a shepherd hurrying sheep around? What are you talking about?
I didn't even know what that was.
Did you look it up? The
No.
hurricane. Hey man, the hurricane. Now that thing's that's a good deal. I'm going Coach Moore. That's a deal right there. It's a cane that has a little 3-prong bottom on it. And then it's got a
you
swivel.
can walk faster with it.
And it's got a swivel on it. It's got like a little swivel joint, like a ball bearing there, so it rotates. And he said, I remember now. He said it was the pimp cane, and so I was like, well, we could call that the limp cane if we wanted to, because it's the hurricane.
Well, I'm like, you know my intelligence level too. So like, you knowing what the hurricane was, you were like, oh, J-Vi definitely knows what this is. This is definitely what he said.
It's what he said. Yeah, not even close.
My bad. Sometimes I put my name in there twice. Whenever I'm writing these tweets, I'm trying to get them out, and I'm like, I sent it out. And I'm like, well, I'm not taking it back now because I've already sent it out. I can't retake it back.
I feel like J-Vi is the only one you do it to, though. Like, I don't ever see you mess up text or Butches.
He doesn't.
I can't ever like text and Butch when they give the answer. I'm like, oh, okay, I remember that. But J-Vi and I talk so much, like, I just can't. Sometimes I forget. It's an honest mistake, really.
Sure it is, yeah.
It is.
And see, the same way with the old school water cooler debates, like,
Yep.
I would hear it on the podcast and go back to Twitter or X or Instagram and go vote for it. And I'm like, he didn't say this at all. Like, I'm not voting for it.
Dude. My last thing was Marquez Valdez-Scantling, dude. This is another Josh Allen pump the tires. He says, I helped Aaron Rodgers win a couple MVPs. I helped Mahomes win an MVP, a couple of Super Bowls. My resume speaks for itself, too. Ain't a one-way thing, man. I put up some big numbers with these guys, made some plays for these guys. It all works out on both ends, and it's not a fluke. It happens everywhere.
Let's go.
Somebody said, can he be the difference maker for the Bills?
Hey, let's go. Get J.A. his MVP that he deserves. Let's get us to the Super Bowl.
This guy is diva wide receiver with absolutely no credentials to be a diva wide receiver.
Hey, he's going to open up the top. We haven't had a guy like him in years, since John Brown, 2019.
Open up. He can't catch.
Hey, but he takes guys with him. For Kincaid, for Shakir, who had the lowest drop rate of anybody last year, the highest catch rate. And Curtis Samuel.
We'll see. We'll see how hype you are whenever you're mad that they're throwing the ball all over the yard when you just want them to run the football.
Hey, I want them to run the football on the goal line.
They do with Josh Allen.
Yeah, they should. I hate when he gets in shotgun. But I also hate when he's on the goal line under center because he can't get a snap.
Don't you remember whenever he fumbled? And
yes, I do.
Jesus.
All right, dude. You're on here to talk about Clemson.
Yep. Go
Go.
Tigers.
What do you think? Where are we at? Are you nervous about the App game as a Clemson fan?
I am.
And-
Yeah. Yeah. App's a giant slayer, dude. You got to be nervous. You can't take them lightly. Not nervous about Georgia. Nobody cares about Georgia. It's a dumb state. I would wipe it off the entire map of the United States if I could, just because it's so dumb and loud, obnoxious, including J.Y.'s wife. Is just. I'm kidding. I love her. She's the only cool one came out of that state, but
She is loud though.
it's I think Clemson's going to be probably 10-2 this year. I would say we're probably going to take an L on Georgia. And then it's a toss up either between App State or Florida State, honestly.
They
Put
win
some
the
respect on
ACC.
No, we won't win an ACC. I think Florida State's got that wrapped up. We're good this
Really?
year. Yeah, I think we are good, but we are still young. Like, we have a lot of juniors, a lot of sophomores, and a boat ton of freshmen, but I think we only got like 6 or 8 seniors. So,
What about Klubnik?
I think Klubnik's going to come out of his shell this year. He's finally got it figured out. I think he's going to come back with Maffa, the running back, and put on a little show. But I've said this before, even when T-Law was here, like, T-Law would come out the gate good. And then right at the end of the year, he's like, dude, what are you doing? But you would hear like Herb Street and everybody say, oh man, that's just NFL talent right there from day one. And I'm like, NFL guys, you shouldn't be missing that, so.
Is the ACC doing what the SEC is, and they're getting rid of their divisions?
Not that I know of now.
Because the SEC, it's like just the top 2 teams will play in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if they were in the West or the East. But I didn't know if ACC was doing it, because I was going to
Of course,
say
hadn't heard that yet.
doing that.
Clemson could get 2 shots at Florida State.
Oh,
SEC just can't help themselves, idiots.
I don't think the ACC is going to last much longer if Clemson and Florida State leave, though, honestly.
And Notre Dame.
Yeah, Notre Dame. I mean, who cares about
Where
them?
are they going to go?
Big
I don't
12.
know. I don't want to go to the SEC. I think Big 12 would probably be a better chance, and I would love to go actually 2 away games with the Big 12 versus SEC. But, I mean, think about it. Say Notre Dame, Clemson, Florida State leave. You got Cal and Stanford come in, I think.
SMU.
Who cares how they – yeah, SMU came in too. Who cares how they turn out? They're probably going to be garbage too, because welcome to East Coast football. I mean,
Yeah.
Duke, Miami, North Carolina, maybe being there, but Syracuse, Virginia Tech, Wake Forest, none of those guys are really stand-up leaders and going to, play some big boy ball. Georgia Tech, I mean, they haven't been worth the conversation. They're smart engineers. That's all they are. So,
I do like their coach, though.
which one?
The Georgia Tech coach. He's got them cooking. You remember that game, Miami,
I'm
when
just
that idiot?
I'm just
didn't
glad they
get
got
any-
rid of the triple option. That's what I always hated about Georgia Tech back in the day. It was triple option, triple shot. Like,
Who was it?
Jesus.
Reggie Ball? Was it Reggie Ball was the quarterback? That guy was a freak.
With Calvin.
Calvin Johnson.
I was at that Clemson game. Calvin's coming out party.
Mm.
We were front row of the hill. He caught that 4th down in the end zone over Justin Miller.
How did a guy like that wind up at Georgia Tech running the triple option?
Yeah. So
Is Clemson, they going to make the playoff?
yeah, with this, what was it, 12-team expanded playoff? Yeah, we'll be in there. We'll probably go.
Do you like it? Do you like the 12 team?
No. I liked it before, where you had to have, if you had one loss, you were like praying to the football gods that you could make it in. Win your shit and go win some more. That's the way I like it.
No.
Why?
Dude, the
He wants a 6-4 Alabama team in instead of a
Yeah. You want a participation trophy?
10-0 Alabama team.
The whole point of this is to get we need an actual playoff system. the conferences have to matter. Like everybody keeps talking ACC, SEC, Big 10, Big 2. None of that matters. It doesn't matter if you were in the ACC or the SEC unless you were in there. None of it matters. The conference championships don't matter anywhere else. The conference schedule doesn't matter anywhere else. You could lose your conference championship and make the playoff. What world does that make sense?
I agree.
You
I
can
agree
still
with
do
that part.
with this.
I think whoever wins the conference championships, even the old Pac-12 or whatever it was, that's who's going to the playoffs. Is the way it should be, but not these 12 teams that are going to be.
That's how it is now.
Yeah, like it's
there's 5 automatic bids. The Power 4 conferences, their conference champion goes. Then the next highest ranked conference champion. So basically, the highest ranked group of 5 conference champion.
And see, I think, but even expand out all of them more than a group 5, though. Because that would be what SoCon, Sunbelt, all those guys that hey, come on up. But I don't want to go see Virginia with a 6-4 season. Like, oh, you're going to the playoffs, there's a shot, and they get blistered on the first round, and they're like, what are we doing here?
That's going to happen the first few years. It's just going to happen because there's not been an opportunity. It's been 4 or 5 teams at the top for like 20 years, and they get all the players and they make the playoffs, and there's just no entryway for anybody else, even for a team that goes 13-0 like a Florida State or a Cincinnati.
Dude, look.
What?
Clemson has lost a lot of games before we got good, and all these bandwagon fans started jumping on it once we won the Natty. I get it, but we still today have this issue to where, everybody's like, oh, they need a chance. They need a chance. You can't knock Clemson out of the conversation. I don't want Clemson in the conversation. I want Clemson to be the silent killer where they're up there in the top 5 throughout the year, never losing a game that they should win like we normally do. Because it seems like throughout the year, we're like, especially the year that we won the national championship in 2016, I was nervous every single game. Every game, I was like, dude, we could choke. I mean, it was going against the Citadel, and I was like, you never know. We could be sleeping, and they just come out ready to play. I was so nervous. But
was that the Lamar and Notre Dame year too in the rain at Clemson?
Yeah, Lamar year, yeah. Because I remember I was in Korea watching that game, and I broke the TV because Lamar broke one off for like 48 yards. I had to go next door to go watch it. Yeah, I still have that video that my buddy sends me too. So,
no, yeah, I'm just like, if we're gonna make a big deal about the conferences, then winning the conferences should mean something.
I agree.
Right? Conference champions get in, and then you could put 4 or 5 SEC teams in. I don't care. I don't. You could put 4 ACC teams in. I don't care. But what I want is a standard of win your conference, you're in. That's all I wanted. I don't like getting to the end of the season and it's like, ooh, does this conference champion go? Does that one? It's like, that's stupid. You won your conference, and you make a big deal about all the TV deals are based around conferences. The conference is the big thing, but yet it means nothing unless you're in one of 2 conferences, the Big 10 and the SEC.
Let me change something up, though, because I thought about this earlier. J.V.A. was the kicker of that, right? Mr. Automatic is what we called him all the time. And yep. I used to send him his little motivational text, Mr. Automatic. Of all the clips to put on there, at the end of the show, you have J.V.A. kicking a field goal over the Citadel.
That was the only game winner.
It's a great call by David Jackson, too, though.
It is a great call.
It's the only call we have.
But I was like, of all the games that Apps played that are like great kicks and everything involved, you picked the Citadel. Like, come on, man.
That's not even why I'm mad, dude. Why didn't you send me a motivational text?
To do what? Snap? Because I snap better than you. Hey, you can admit it, dude. I was better snapper than you.
Dude, I will openly admit that. Dude. I blew my knee out snapping. I couldn't even do it for 2 snaps before I wrecked my leg.
Even Turtle admitted it.
Oh, man. But, yeah, no, dude, I'm not afraid to admit that. I was just trying to get on the field, dude. Find any way possible. I kept getting, NFL punters rolling through there every 2 years.
But wrapping it up, though, I think Clemson's going to have a pretty good year. We're young, though, so I'm sure we're going to make some young mistakes, and games are going to be a lot closer than what I'm hoping for. But
Especially that early one against App State.
I am nervous about it. I'm telling you.
And Clemson's Dabo's got his son on staff now.
What are you going to do if App wins? Are you going to be like really mad, or are you going to be pretty? Because you went there, dude. You were with us.
mean, I'm always mad that Clemson loses. Don't get me wrong. Like you can ask my wife. I'm not really a happy camper taking an L, but I mean, if all my boys are there, how could you be mad at it? So
I've been working on his wife because I asked her. I was like, I know for a fact what Edge is going to wear to the game. Like he's not going to wear App State stuff.
What?
And I was like, but what are you going to wear? She's like, I don't know. I think he's not going to let me. I was like, you have your own choice here. I'm working her.
So I got a confession for you, J-Bye. Remember when I came to your house 4th of July, we ran the table and everybody playing the bucket basketball?
It's because I wasn't there.
We would smoke you too, by the way.
Nah, dude.
Anyways,
You've not seen me.
Wifey comes up with this idea. She's like, hey, go to Lowe's and get some buckets. And I'm like, I got 17 buckets in my garage right now. What do you need buckets for? Well, I want to paint them like virus. I'm like, okay. So I thought I got her. I only bought orange and white paint. So my kid finds a can of black spray paint that I had for my truck. And he sprays a couple of buckets. Oh, there's my App buckets. I'm like, are you kidding me right now, lady? So she's got buckets now. Half of them are App. The other half, she's already painted the A on them and everything.
Nice.
Half of them are App. The other
all right
half
to do that, though.
Love it.
I'm not mad at her, but I was like, damn, I thought I got her.
Spray paint in your truck? Are you for the flatbed?
The flatbed, yeah.
Hey, keep it tight.
Now, that way it wouldn't rust.
All right. I think that's enough.
Yeah.
All right. Intersquad DraftKings Jamboree results. I am currently in the lead with 17. Oh, I didn't even put the thing up. Whoops. Here, let me throw that up there. Oh, I got to get into our.
I felt like something was missing, but
yeah, it was. Yeah, the ticker's gone. I didn't update the ticker. Whoops. Dang, man. It's computer. That's what it was. I'm in the lead with 17. Dylon has 12 with an asterisk. J-Vi has 12. Butch P has 8. Tex has 6 for golf season. So I've got a stranglehold on this thing. I think if I win one more, it pretty much puts it away, and I will be the golf GOAT, which I don't think there was any debate this year on that. So, anyways, for those of you tuning in late, we can see the number climbing. We thank you for tuning in late. If you missed the show, go check it out on anywhere you find your podcasts, Apple, Spotify, iHeart, Amazon, Good Pods, wherever, or go back and watch the show on YouTube, Rumble, wherever you watch shows, and check out our hot takes for Texans, which was basically just us trying to figure out how to rip each other's teams apart. But follow us on YouTube, the Millie Goats, Rumble, the Millie Goats, Twitter at Millie Goats, Instagram at the Millie Goats, website and blog, themilligoats.godaddysites.com. We got to update it before football. It's updated once a year. And the best thing you can do after watching this is hit a thumbs up, subscribe to the shows, rate the shows, review the shows on all your podcast platforms. That always helps us out a bunch. And we'll be back again Wednesday with some, Super James. I know, dude. I know. We appreciate the Rumble crew always checking in on us and keeping the chat absolutely electrifying. But we'll be back Wednesday. I think we're going to try to do some of those games this week. The college football, the leagues are up and running because the servers crash forever. So be on the lookout for.
Too.
Do what?
Doing the game day pick'ems too.
Well, we have to figure that out too. We got a whole bunch of stuff we need to get done that we just may not have time for. We're going to say we're going to do a bunch of stuff and never do it. That's pretty much how it goes. but we got some leagues for the college football 25 video game. They want us to do play-by-play. And so we're going to watch their leagues and call the games like Gus Johnson and Joel Klatt.
Right.
It's going to be fun. So we're going to start those this week.
Break his face mask.
Anything? Oh, dude, we're going to be able to pause them and give a Tony. I mean, it's going to be Tom Brady's going to be shaking in his boots. Anything else, boys?
That's it.
Go Tigers.
Hopefully my computer didn't suck.
From 28 yards. Good snap, holds down, and the Mountaineers win in overtime.
Mr. Automatic.
The field goal is good from Jason Viteris. And the
Still mad
Mountaineers